That's all we can put into the back of this thing, while still allowing you guys to ride in the back. Tanaka grinned as she stared at the boxes of items stacked to the ceiling. Wiping off the sweat from her brow, Ayaka couldn't believe that they were finally finished. Her arms occasionally twitched in exhaustion. Aside from Tanaka, the four of them weren't in any condition for manual labor, with the soldier informing them that they were finished with the task of packing up. They all felt a sense of relief, each of them knowing that the next step would be to head to the shelter. Turning her head towards the sky, Ayaka could see that the sun was beginning to head down. It wouldn't be long until it was night. "We should be able to reach the shelter before the sun comes down," Tanaka said, noticing Ayaka's movements. "I was wondering about that." "How do you know where the shelter is located?" Masio asked, tilting his head in confusion. "Like, is there a map where the shelters are located?" Hearing Masio's question, Ayaka just realized that Tanaka hadn't revealed how she knew where the shelters was located. She looked at Tanaka, hoping that the soldier would reveal it. Grinning, "It's actually quite simple to explain. I don't have a map, but instead, I have a way to determine how close I am to one of them," Tanaka said. The four of them were quiet, eager to hear the method for how they'd find the shelter. Seeing how they were looking forward to it, Tanaka waved for them to follow her. She made her way from the back of the armored vehicle towards the front, with everyone following behind her. Reaching the driver's side door, Tanaka jumped in, pointing at a device near the steering wheel. "This is a radio. I'm sure that all of you are familiar with how this works, considering the technology isn't new." Turning a switch in the radio, there was soon a beeping noise. "What you're hearing is one of the functions of this radio, which isn't available on commercial versions," Tanaka said. "Why is it making that beeping noise?" Mizuki asked, confused as to what Tanaka was talking about. Smiling, Tanaka said, "That beeping noise you're hearing is a device that's connected to the radio, tracking how far a signal is." "I don't understand," Kawa said. She crossed her arm and furrowed her brow. "I thought you had a way to find a shelter. What does this beeping sound and radio have to do with it?" Tanaka's expression was like a magician, eager to show off a magic trick, and seeing the amazement of the audience. She flipped another switch, and instead of a beeping noise, they now heard a series of numbers being recited. Looking at the four of them, Tanaka said, "This is a number station." "A number station?" Ayaka asked. She tried to think back into her memories to figure out if she ever heard such a thing before. Tanaka smiled. "It's likely not something any of you would be familiar with. Generally, it's something that's used for a variety of reasons, though the most referenced theory is that it's meant for people in the intelligence communities." "Spies?" Kawa asked in a higher pitched voice. "Why are we hearing something that spies use?" "Isn't this supposed to be something that's hidden?" Masio nodded in agreement with Kawa's confusion.